Radio Apocalypse into the night, and it is the COVID Chronicles tonight. It is all about just fun news articles that we have picked up, some interesting ones, some good ones, and probably some ugly ones as well, to be perfectly honest. But we shall wait and see what the boys have done. Yes, I can hear you smirking in the background there, Barry. But let's just go straight to doing a little bit of this.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Oh yes, we like that intro music. We like that intro music very, very much indeed. Welcome to Radio Apocalypse. Welcome to the amazing COVID Chronicles night. The night when we look at different news articles that have jumped out to us, and hopefully we will have something interesting. I know Barry said he's got some good stuff, and I know that Jason says he's been looking stuff up as well to have a wee look at it. Has Jason's camera gone off? I'm looking in the back room just now. Hold on a second.
I'm having a flag.
Ah, good man. He's going into podcast mode because he's having a bit of jazz time. That's what we like to hear. We like that. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that big time, brother.
No problem.
Good man. Okay, so yes, we have the boys in the back room. Let's just bring them in just now. There is Barry and Jason in podcast mode. No Cognac tonight. I don't know whether he's doing stuff for his mum or whatever, but good to have you on the show again, gentlemen. We always like to have you here. So, what are you saying for it all? Have you had a good week so far, Barry?
Yeah, not too bad. You know, another week of Sundays.
Another week of Sundays. Look, I'm behaving with my pop filter. I'm trying not to touch the microphone. I have my sound gate open and balanced, so as long as you can hear me, that's all that matters.
Pardon?
Exactly. Thank you for reaffirming my ability to speak through a microphone, which is good. Oh, there's a little bit of reverb there, and I know it's not coming from my end here. It must be coming from somewhere else, because I've got everything balanced. Right, one of the best pieces of news that I've got from so far, it just happened about an hour ago, would you believe? A whole hour ago. It's something that I've been waiting to happen for about 2.5 years. No, 2 years. Okay, now every other one of my children, okay, has experienced this as well. Okay, starting with Paxton, and then Alia, and then Ruin, and then little Roddick. It happened to him tonight as well. This is not like falling over, hurting himself, bursting a tooth or anything. It is actually taking a shit in the bath. I don't know if you've ever experienced that before, but he's now part of the Take a Shit in the Bath Club. Okay, now the funny thing is, okay, all this time, I've been... Are you okay? That's okay, just try not to make it stink. That's why I've got the window open. Ruin is on, I swear to God, is on he just wants to destroy my streams with his gaseous intentions. It's outrageous, and I swear to God, every night I don't even want to drink my coffee. I'm sure that there's a layer of Ruin flatulence over the top of my coffee. You know, it's outrageous. Stop laughing, it's not funny. You know, it's outrageous. The shit word, yeah, okay, right. I'm not this. I'm talking to the world here. I'm not talking to you and your flatulence. I swear to God, it's outrageous. So anyway, let me finish the story about Roddick's shit in the bath. Now this has been happening, and I said to my lady wife ages ago. I says, when we started giving him big boy baths, and he was sitting up in the bath, I says one day he would drop a log in the bath, and she goes, no, he won't. It won't happen. It won't happen. I says, yeah, it will. It will. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. He's a son of mine. He has my genetics. He will take a shit in the bath. All the other three have. Okay. At one point he will do it, and when that happens, you have to take him out. We have to scrub the bath. We have to clean him, and then we have to take him out. Then we have to scrub the bath again, and then he has to be washed again. Why is that? It says because you're washing shit off him into a bath. Then you need to wash that shit away again. Okay, and so on and so forth. So my biggest thing today is like, told you so. I better not say that. She's through there. If she's watching the stream, she'll come through and batter me Russian style for it all. Barry, you've got a little girl. Yeah, thanks, mate. You've got a little girl. Has she ever taken a shit? I don't want to say if she's watching this. I don't want you to embarrass her. You can quite happily say no comment if you don't want to embarrass.
No, it's never happened.
You're lucky. It's a terrible thing. I know that Jason is a man that actually shits in the bath all the time, but sorry, I'm only joking, brother. I'm only
Don't
joking.
call it poo sticks for nothing.
Poo sticks. Oh my god. Yeah, thanks, man. I'm only joking. You know I'm kidding. Have you experienced that with your boy before? A kid taking a shit in the bath? No, you've not. You're so lucky. Maybe it's just me then. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But long and short of it, it's not a welcome sight. Say that again, sorry?
Better out than in.
Oh, without a doubt, without a doubt. I don't say that to ruin though, because he'll take that literally. Better out than in. He's sitting there. Are you watching the stream?
Oh, I'm playing Fortnite.
You're playing Fortnite. That's okay, because we're talking about you. We're talking about you. Good evening, Morgan. Hello. And my kid is also here for a bit. Oh God, I'm swearing in front of a child. It's past the watershed though, which is good. Morgan, has your kid taken a shit in the bath before? You know, just while we're talking about this sort of thing. You know, it's I think I'm beginning to think now it's an unusual thing because none of the boys here have have had their kids take a turd in the bath. You know, but no, it's crazy. The only other sort of I don't really want to touch on bad news today, but it's something that that kind of jumped out at me when I was looking at news articles today, and I just wanted to pass on ridiculous amount of sympathy for a kid, a baby, aged 13 days that's passed away with corona. 13 days old, not even 2 weeks. And this is down in Sheffield, and when I read things like that, this kid's not even had a chance, you know, to have a whole month of dreams, baby dreams, and it's a terrible thing. So I just wanted to take a minute for everybody that's, you know, taking the time to watch this just now, the stream, and the boys here as well. Just, you know, just a couple of seconds of your thoughts, just to send a bit of love to the family that's just been devastated by this thing, and Rune's sending his love as well. What a good boy. But there you have it. Yes, indeed. Hold on a second. And it's okay to swear in front of Morgan's kid because she does it all the time as well. Right, so positive vibes to the family of the 13-year-old baby down in Sheffield, which is incredibly sad, and lots of love to them and best wishes. And there's also some sad news as well today. You guys won't know this. There's a good friend of mine at my work called John and his dad. They both are at my work, and John Senior's wife and John Junior's mum passed away this week. I don't know what of. I've not got any. Let me just see if there's any messages back yet. And that is truly quite sad. No, he's not got back to me yet. But you know, it's just one of those things. But I didn't want to end on anything sad. I wanted to start on the things which will make us think a bit deeper about what's going on.
So rather than end it sad, you thought he'd kill it from the start.
Absolutely. But the thing is, Barry, I know that you're the sort of person that will liven things up for us. So we're going to go straight to Barry with a couple of his articles. Uh-oh. So what have you got for us tonight, Barry? What have you got?
Fox News shooting themselves in the foot in court this time.
Not like them to do something like that.
They've got a history of doing this, where they're accused of spreading deliberate misinformation where they then had to point out that they're an entertainment channel, not a news channel.
Have they done that again? This is something that has come up before.
They've gone one further than this. They've gone, hey, Fox News, hold our beer. Tucker Carlson, a man in dire need of a enema, starting from the top down.
Yes, indeed.
This is to do with former Playboy model Karen McDougal, and they're currently in court surrounding her with involving a slander lawsuit. This is a quote from them in the court. It says,
Okay.
What we're talking about here, it's not the front page of the New York Times. It's Tucker Carlson Tonight, which is a commentary show, said the Fox News lawyer. They've essentially said that Tucker Carlson is in no way whatsoever obligated to fact check anything before he broadcasts it, because he's a commentary show.
Oh my God. That's just...
I'm pretty sure the US courts won't see it that way.
Oh, no. No. They will not see it that way whatsoever. No, that's unbelievable. I mean, I think Fox, as a media company as a whole, they do entertainment. We know this. But Fox News, you would expect it to live up to its name on the tin, to be perfectly honest. But that's just one of those things. It's like, as a whole, I mean, we talked briefly about the other thing that I wanted to briefly, I think I talked about this either last night or this morning, I can't remember. But it did come up. Donald Trump revealing that he didn't know the UK was a nuclear power. Have you seen this one? Donald Trump.
I don't think Trump knows.
Or doesn't know what he's doing, to be perfectly honest. That's just one of those things.
Yeah, no, Trump hasn't got a clue what day it is. But sticking with Trump and courts,
Okay.
in a completely unrehearsed segue, Trump's bid to end Obama-era immigration has been ruled unlawful.
Wow, that's unbelievable. What is
So-
Obama-era immigration, though? Is that like sensible immigration or open borders?
It's the Dreamers Project.
All right.
Trump wanted to say no more. We're scrapping the Dreamers Project, and the court went, no, you're not allowed.
Wow. I just think there's a lot of stuff going on just now. I mean, do we think that Donald Trump is going to get re-elected this year? From your point of view,
I'm gonna go with no.
it's a bit scary, isn't it? What does who have we got out in the panel? Have we got any Americans watching just now? I do not judge you for any pros or cons against Trump. It's like everybody's entitled to their opinion. I'm not going to dispute or debate with you that I think the guy's a dickhead. If you think that he's great, that's your personal choice, and I get that. But do we feel, putting this out there just now, I'm looking at the chat, do we feel that Trump is re-electable? Do we think that that's going to happen? What is going on with my... who's just come in? Somebody just come in? Hang on a second. I need to go back to this and check the windows now. Hold on. Yeah,
I think we lost Jason.
Was Jason coming? Oh, no, hold on. Is that... Yeah, Jason's come back in there. That's cool. We can fix that. And that's it fixed. Then we can boot it back across. Hi, Jason. Sorry. We missed you again. There was thinking, what happened? Where's my Jason gone? Right, yeah, so do we think that Trump is re-electable is the question just now. I personally think that it's going to be a challenge, and if he does get... Because he talks about the silent majority. What is the silent majority when it comes to Donald Trump? Is it people that are, silent and in the majority? That's the only thing, but I don't know. What do you think? What do you think, Jason? Do you think Trump's going to get re-elected this year?
I reckon Donald Trump and I can't remember the other guy's name. It's going to be a very close race, and I think Donald Trump will get him by a whisker.
That's scary. And then he's going to like.
because
Oh,
he's just given 100 odd million to the farmers of Texas and the farming states to help with their crops. He's just given 100,000 to a charity like Pocket Change. He's given 500,000 to another charity like Pocket Change. He's trying to buy votes again.
that's what politicians do, though, don't they? They sort of like.
Yeah, especially in America. It just deepens American debt, you know. And if he gets in, hopefully he's not going to do what Richard Nixon did, and he had a free tour term, you know. But
Well,
I just hope he doesn't get in.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. Sorry, Barry, we interrupted what you were saying. Carry on with what you were talking about with it all.
Well, one of the thoughts of the courts, even though he's pretty much jerry-rigged the courts in his favour, that they've still gone against him is because they don't think he's staying.
That's fair enough, isn't it?
Again, it's his own party have said we can't really. The party won't survive if we elect this guy again. That's a commonly heard discussion apparently on the Hill.
Do you think that the political way of thinking just now between I'm only basically putting the UK and the US together, right? And this is just a straightforward question to you guys and to the people watching on their devices just now. We in the UK elected a fucking clown, all right, and his entire entourage of inexperienced ministers and Lord Voldemort in the background pulling the strings. And in America, they got like an idiot as well. Okay, I'm sorry if you like Donald Trump. I think he's an idiot. That's just my opinion. And do you think people have woken up to the fact that you can't have somebody that's going to be all bluster and bullshit to actually manage civilization effectively? Because let's just face it, the way that it's the COVID virus, this pandemic's been managed in the UK has been a joke. Well, not in the UK, definitely in England has been a joke, and it reflects very similarly to the way it's been managed and the way America's been kind of managed, by Trump as well. I mean, Trump's not all bad. He's done some good things. I don't know what, but I'm sure there has to be some good things. But I can't find anything that's positive that Boris has done. But the question is, do you think people are waking up to the bullshit? That's basically the question. Do you think we're beginning to see that?
I think so. There's also the US trade deal won't be done anytime soon.
Oh no. And the thing about the trade deal as well, it's going to be behind closed doors and sealed for 5 years, I believe, as well. Which is kind of scary. That is very scary. Very scary. Anyway,
not sure how that can be legal, to be brutally honest.
Well, they can do anything they want. They're a Tory majority just now, aren't they? Unfortunately, a bunch of fucking idiots somewhere in England voted them in. Assholes. Sorry if you voted for Boris. Actually, I am so not. You got what you voted for. I didn't, unfortunately. Anyway, carry on, Barry. Again, I digress from it all, and then I'm going to go and have a quick look at the chit chat to see who we've got in the chit chat as well.
More importantly, they're making a Princess Diana movie. Because, that's what the world needs right now. And the person they have deemed worthy of playing Princess Diana apparently is Kristen Stewart.
Shut up. Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think that in a million years, in my lifetime at least, they would have the nerve to actually do a Princess Diana movie. I mean, I don't think that her story as a movie would translate to the big screen. As a documentary, perhaps, but not as a movie, surely. What do you think of that, Jason? Princess Di, the movie. Where's he gone? Are you okay? He's fallen over because of Princess Di, the movie. Okay, I hope you're okay there, brother. Right, anyway. Are you okay? Were you just fainting there, Jason? Oh, we've lost him again. We have lost Jason again. Hold on. Okay.
I mean, I don't really see how there's that much to tell, in all honesty. Not really.
It was a bit crazy. I mean, she was born. She had a fairy tale wedding with a ridiculously horrible dress. I thought the dress was awful. Then what? Then she married. Well, she was married to that toad. The toad decided to have sex with his butler, and then marry a horse after she was assassinated. I think she was assassinated. I think that's a bit contentious, but that's just me. But I don't think it'll make a great movie. I will not be going to see it, but when it comes and hits the television, I will go and see it then.
In all honesty, I think if they were going to assassinate her, they'd have done it cleaner than this.
Well, I don't know. I find that there's too many unanswered questions. It's about 9/11. It's like 9/11. There's too many unanswered questions. I'm not saying that she definitely was killed, and I'm not saying that the towers definitely came down with the way that they said it did. But there's too many unanswered questions for them both, for my opinion.
I mean, the Diana one, the butler was absolutely fucking wasted. The chauffeur, rather.
Mm-hmm.
And even by the staff who served them and the bodyguard who raised concerns about it but was waved off, the guy was absolutely fucking loaded and then driving at high speed through a French tunnel.
Okay. There's all sorts of other little things as well with regards to. I mean, we could debate this all night if you wanted to. I mean, there is the opposite argument for that, which was the evidence saying that he was wasted wasn't over the limit for that. There's no 100% evidence for it. There is 100% evidence that her body was embalmed before an autopsy was done, thus basically putting into question the legitimacy of whether she was actually pregnant or not with potentially Dodie's baby, which is, I think, is probably quite likely. There's also the instance that 6 months before she said publicly in an interview that they were going to kill her. As well, there's all sorts of. I'm not saying that she was Barry, okay? I'm not saying she was. I'm just saying that there's a lot of unanswered questions, and I think the Princess Diana conspiracy is something that I tend to. I don't like to go near it because I actually she's the only member of the royal family that I actually liked, which is a wee shame. She was a good girl, but like I say, I'm desperately trying to fix here just now the window because our good there you are. That's what we want. We want you up there. Jason's disappeared. I don't know where he is, so I need to quickly fix your window on the hoof here to make sure.
Well, somebody asked me this on Twitter and I didn't know how to answer. It was who's to blame for the Boris shunt?
The Boris shunt?
Yeah, when he was rear-ended.
Oh yeah. Who was that?
What
was that?
Well, it was the security team that were driving behind him in the fucking Range Rover that rear-ended him.
So why did they do it? Were they not trying to?
No, a protester ran out in front of Boris's car.
Right. Okay.
So they screamed to a halt, but the car behind didn't fucking notice and was right up the arse of Boris's car, and just basically rear-ended him.
They were obviously employed by Dominic Cumming, this particular team. They're supposed to be professionals, but I mean, even when I was a soldier, I did some defensive driving courses for when I was being a soldier, basically. And the driver never takes his eyes off the road. The observers in the car are the ones that tend to have the ability to look all around and say, right, we've got somebody coming from this side, somebody from that side. The driver just focuses purely on driving, and that should never have happened. It should never have happened at all.
But it also raises another security issue, that he's driving a normal fucking car.
Yeah, this is true. This is a bit crazy. He shouldn't be driving a normal car. Looks like Jason has arrived back. Let me just fix this again just now. Carry on talking, good sir, while I fix this. I hope Jason is okay. Are you okay, Jason, in the back there?
Yeah, I'm just having issues with my smart device and my Wi-Fi.
Not to worry. At least you're back with us. That's the
No.
important thing.
Right, you were saying that Kirsten Stewart has been approached to play Princess Di in the movie.
Aye.
No. The thing is if they're playing it correctly, does it mean she dies in real life at the end? Because if it does, I'm definitely going to go and see it. Because
That's
the
a
thing about
terrible
Kirsten
thing.
Stewart is, no, the thing is Kirsten Stewart, she shafted the Twilight series because she slept around.
Okay.
She shafted Underwater because it was a piss take of 2 films which were class based underwater. One was The Abyss, and the other one was another film, which I can't remember. She shafted Charlie's Angels because she was like a prima donna Butch Goldike. And now she's playing, if she's been approached to play Princess Diana, if she plays it right, and if she dies at the end in real life, I will definitely go and see it, and I'll start clapping and cheering at the end.
I
don't ever get taken away by the funny point. Because the thing is,
die in real life,
but the thing is, there was a TV movie done about Diana not so long ago, I think about 3-4 years ago, and it was done by the Canadian Film Board, and it was in memory of her.
Right.
It was like a documentary stroke, mixed truths and half truths and lies and half lies. It was actually quite good, actually. I can't remember who played Diana because it was an unknown, but it was good. And when it came to the last few minutes of Diana's life, it was like photograph, bit of text, photograph, bit of text, photograph, bit of text. And then when she went into the tunnel, it came up with a huge big paragraph and then the credits. So you didn't actually see Diana dying. It just ended like that. And it was in memory. And all the money they made from that film, I think it went to various charities, which Diana was a patron for, which I thought was quite nice of them. But if Kirsten Stewart is to play Diana, she's not, unless she dies in real life.
You don't like this woman, do you? You don't like Kirsten Stewart.
I don't like her because she basically is a bike.
Okay.
She basically spoils every single film she's ever been in. She spoiled Twilight series because she slept around.
Jason, do you know what we're going to do?
That's not why Twilight sucked, though.
I know, it's because the vampires twinkled.
Yeah, that's why.
Because Twilight sucks.
Yes, let's
no,
just...
Twilight
boys.
Because it was a Mormon writing for the teen populace who were on a vampire high.
Oh,
Amen.
Mental. Listen, I tell you what we're going to do, right? Just for shits and giggles.
Right.
I think that we should do a watch party weekend special on all Kirsten Stewart's movies just for you, Jason. What do you say?
I'm signing out. If you're doing that, I'm signing out. I won't come back.
Jason,
I won't come back.
I'll hold Mo down. You beat him to death with a fucking pop filter.
This week, voting in Discord, all of Kirsten Stewart's movies against everything else. Okay, and I've got the final say. Nah, I'm only joking. You can beat me to death with the pop filter. Let's have a look in the chat, guys, and just move on quickly. Who have we got them? Good evening, Shady, and Alexa as well. Equilibrium, good evening to... I did say hello to our very own Morgan as well. And there's Local Bottom too as well. Have I missed anybody? I don't like missing anybody. Sarah's there as well. Hi, Sarah. And Pickles. Pickles, good to have you. It's just a bit of a ramble tonight, guys. We like to have a bit... Oh, gosh, I hope... Oh, you having a wee smoky do there just now, Jason? We need to get you a smoking thing on your badge so we know what's going on for y'all. Let's have... Ruin. Dear God, you're going to be through in your room, okay? When I'm streaming, I can't. Oh, it's so distracting. Anyway,
our government reaches new peaks in complete moronicy again.
Okay, you carry on. I'm just going to try and hold my nose or something. Carry on, Barry.
Government ditches contact tracing app to move to Google and Apple model.
What? Oh God, you're having a laugh. I need to look that up.
Nope.
That's outrageous.
Yeah, not having a laugh.
UK Gov Ditches app, ditches. That's amazing. Ditches contact that, and I take it because the Google and the Apple model is what's the word I'm looking for? More effective. I take it than what what's the government is going to be using. Tell me about it just now while
let me put it this way: who are you going to trust your data with? Who are you going to trust your data with?
Not the government.
Something the government's cooked up, which has already been found to be so insecure that they had to scrap it.
Yep. No, that's. I think the whole thing about that is kind of insane. I mean, how much money has been spent in producing this app in the first place? And you know the tests was it the Isle of Wight or the Isle of Man or somewhere they actually did the tests. The tests showed that like less than 20% of the time the devices didn't talk to each other through Bluetooth when they went past or something, when they went past each other, and they were getting double negatives as well. So people who didn't have symptoms were coming up and registering.
There is actually a couple of technical issues with it as well. It's essentially what we call in IT apples are a bunch of cunts.
Yeah.
Basically, Apple have a walled garden as their ecosystem, and Apple hold the key.
Right.
Where Google has a slightly less walled approach, although they do hold the key, you can still develop for it relatively openly, providing you're open with what you're doing. So if you install anything on an Android device, it'll tell you what this will have access to and what the app is going to be able to do. Right. So will it have access to your camera? Does it need access to your camera for what it's doing?
No.
Maybe you should double check these things before you just blindly hit the OK button. But that's what I love about the app. There's a couple of things I love about the Android one, and that's the ability to check all the security measures in place before you hit install, and the fact that I can actually have my phone downstairs and I can still log into Google and say, put this on my phone, and I'll just go off and get it and put it on the phone.
That's clever. That's good.
I don't need to log into iTunes, the world's worst software in the world. It's like a virus with a user support. But basically, they've agreed to join forces with Apple and Google because they found that the apps worked well on Android devices, but Apple software prevents iPhones from being used effectively for contact tracing unless you're using Apple's own technology. So Apple have to have the keys to get it to work.
Oh, God.
Do I trust Apple?
I can't help it.
Would I trust Apple with my data? Would I fuck?
They've got all my data anyway. I pay them. That's an iPhone 8, and I'm basically almost 90% sure I'm going to go for the 11 Pro. You can shoot me later. I just want something with a shit hot camera. There's probably better phones out there, but I can't do Android. I don't know what it is. I probably could after about a month, but I'm too lazy to learn.
You can have a look at some of the videos of people of actual real diehard Apple users who went cold turkey for the point of the video. In fact, the guy who runs Linus Tech Tips used to be a massive proponent for iPhone just because it worked out the box. But he's now switched over to Google.
Okay, right. Well,
and
we might do that.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do a show about trying to convince Mo to not have an Apple. Okay.
Well, I think it'd be a good idea to show how to do some sort of show about maybe even pre-recorded to show how the difference between the two ecosystems.
Okay.
For example, if I take my phone here and I say reset this to factory default now, I'm not losing a single thing because Google constantly back your phone up anyway. So I just have to sign back in, and it goes, all right, here's all the stuff you had, and it just chucks it all back down again.
I can do that with my phone.
Yeah, but you don't have to do the restore process. It just does it automatically for you.
Mine does it automatically.
Plus, the added bonus of you're not tied to something like iTunes.
I'm tied to iTunes.
I know you're tied to iTunes.
I like iTunes.
iTunes is shit.
I don't know. I don't know better. I'm rubbish. Remember, I'm like VHS brain in a digital world, mate. You know, can't help it.
Do you know what I'll do? I'll actually screen capture my PC installing stuff and doing stuff on my phone.
Okay, that would be fun.
And I'll just install some random crap.
Yeah, do that. Let's get together and work on an interesting bit of content, and at the end of it all, I'll still buy the iPhone 11. Okay, unless you can really convince me. I need to be convinced. It doesn't have to be like a Samsung. I'll be honest with you. If I went down the Samsung track, I'd never hear the end of it from my good lady wife. But a Hawaii, is that what they're called? A Hunawi?
Huawei.
A tsunami?
Huawei.
A Huawei. Hawaii. Ali is laughing. She
The
can say
H-
Hawaii.
The H is silent.
Is it?
Yes.
Uwawi. 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 Uvavu. I don't know. I've had too much
It's
coffee.
pronounced Huawei.
Huawei.
Yeah.
Sorry, I can't.
It's Barry with a speech impediment. Barry with a speech impediment.
I couldn't take a phone seriously that's called Huawei. It's like Huawei. Huawei.
I wouldn't trust them with a barge pole.
What, the
We
Huaweis?
had some. Yeah, we had a couple at a former place where I worked, and there's some really nasty hinky shit going on with those phones.
Yeah, well, that's why something to do with Chinese spying or shit. I don't know. The Chinese spy on me anyway because I'm a danger to their entire nation. You know, I know all their secrets. You know,
Your cooking's not that bad, dude.
I know my cooking's fucking amazing. That's the problem. Okay, they know that I know how to make their secret special fried rice shit, man. I swear to God, and they don't want me telling everybody else. They've got there's hidden cameras in my kitchen. You know?
Coincidentally, speaking of China, the China row has completely gubbed the underwater cable.
The underwater cable. Enlighten us, please.
Underwater data cable linking the US to Hong Kong looks set to be rejected by the US government because fears of Chinese data theft. If you're worried about Chinese data theft, why the fuck were you planning to give them the data cable anyway?
That's crazy. It's like the British government stopping financial aid abroad to retain 14 billion to stop Russian interference. You know, I don't understand all this nonsense. I think it's bullshit. It's all bullshit.
Plus, the US government were caught red-handed hacking the Google data network.
Oh my God!
This was years ago. I think this was Trump's first term.
Yeah.
They actually managed to find that they'd actually breached the cable,
Dear God!
and
I
we're
don't get
actually.
this.
So that's when the whole data encryption has kicked off, where end-to-end encryption is a bad thing apparently, and they want a backdoor into all end-to-end encryption apps like WhatsApp and all these other types of things. Not Zoom, because Zoom's so full of holes it doesn't matter, but all these other apps, they want backdoors in so they can check for wrongdoings and stuff like that.
That's
and
crazy.
Pretty much every IT house has went, nah, mate.
No, I agree with that. I'm looking at the chat here just now, and I just wanted to put up there that Shady Bits, she said, I like the Twilight crap. It's beautiful. Sorry, boys. Shady likes the Twilight saga. Listen, I didn't enjoy it. I tried to read the books first. I know it's going back on what we're talking about here, but I need to bring some of these comments up. They're brilliant. The Twilight crap one just caught my eye, and Equilibrium says, "Gotta say, I liked it too." So you know, we're going to get thumbs down for the show tonight from these two tonight, guys, because we're mocking the Twilight saga. You know,
They're not allowed to just give us normal thumbs down. They must give us thumbs down that sparkle.
sparkly thumbs down, ladies, please. That's what we'd like to have.
One of my favourite things in Harry Potter was when that bugger died.
Which one? Oh yes, him. No, I thought that actually I thought was sad. I didn't like him dying. It was the scream from his father. I was like, I kind of projected myself with empathy to the feelings of how would I feel if that happened to me. Not that we live in a magical world. I'm just talking just generally.
I give a cry like that most evenings when my cat comes in with a half alive bird.
Well, no, my cat and a bird. Ah.
That's when the cat becomes my cat, according to Sarah.
Very good.
Um,
Do you have any pets, Jason? I've always wanted to ask you this. Do you have any animals in your house apart from your good self? Because you are a funky animal.
Only my son when he decides to stay over.
Oh, bless. He's not an animal. He's a teddy bear. A cuddly bear.
Oh, his middle name is Dragon after all. Come on.
Ah. Does he act like a dragon?
Well, when he was younger, he didn't cry. He roared for attention.
Okay. I'm going to stick with you for a second, Jason, because we were talking earlier on about what was going on in Scotland. We are hitting phase 2, I believe, of our lockdown easing process. Nicola, old Nicky Sturgeononi, our First Minister, says the conditions in Scotland, including an R rating or number of under 1, allows the country to move to phase 2. Do you know what this means for us? Did you have a chance to read the articles in detail about this? Well,
for my house, it means very little.
yeah, it means not much. It means for me, okay, I can allegedly now go out and exercise. I can actually go 5 miles from my house, which is astounding. So I might actually go up to the reservoirs this weekend, which would be nice.
I can go approximately 2 minutes from my house.
That's really good. Why only 2 minutes?
Because I'm a fat bastard and it takes a lot of effort.
Jason, even though you're down in Wales, you are a Scotsman. Down in Wales, did I say Wales? I didn't I? Wales. What's wrong with me? What did you find out? What were you reading about with regards to what Nicola's saying going into stage 2?
I just saw the news flash this afternoon on the Scottish News, but the SNP Nick Nack was like addressing, saying, but she is considering. Yeah, I know it's my pet name for. She calls me JC Poos, but that's a different story. Basically, she's looking into lowering it down because the Scottish people have been standing by her, listening to her. There may have been a couple of disturbances at the start, but they've been cleared up, and she's happy to lower it down, but she's still keeping non-essential shops still closed. That will be things like hairdressers, pubs, etc., etc. But she is doing well. She's doing a lot better than Bojo.
Shops are opening, pubs are staying closed. Certain houses can mix more, which is good. Single people can go out and shag around a bit more and stuff like that.
There's a pub in the Borders that's put a thing on its Facebook page. I'm guessing possibly as a joke, saying that they're not allowed to open for business, but apparently real estate agents are allowed to open up again. So they're going to sell the pub, and they're going to offer drinks at the viewing of the pub for anyone that comes in, just to show that it actually does work.
That's cheating. That is cheating.
It's like business.
Sell a few pints and that's cheating.
Well, this is very similar to how I think it used to be the Walkabout bar at the Omni Centre when it was open.
Yeah.
Used to beat the licensing laws for live games.
Okay.
They weren't always allowed an alcohol license. So what they did is on one end of the bar you queued up for a ticket.
Okay.
And you handed cash over for the ticket.
Right.
And then you took the ticket to the other end of the bar where you could exchange this ticket for a pint. And they were reported for it by some of the other bars in the place, saying this isn't fair. And then the alcohol licensing board went, they're not exchanging cash, so it doesn't matter.
That's outrageous. They could have got away. They could have charged anything then for the pints. They wouldn't have even had to, if they're not complying to licensing laws, they could have done like a tenth of a gill for the price of a quarter of a gill for spirits and stuff. They could have done what they want. That's fucking genius.
And
Uh-huh.
and
Uh-huh.
there's a pub in the Highlands, but do not use currency, but they use favours. They use pieces of paper as favours.
Okay.
So basically, if you want to get your haircut, or if you want to get a pint, or if you want to get a meal or a takeaway, you basically rip off your little paper, exchange it.
Mm-hmm.
Bob's your uncle. There you go.
There's a cafe like that in New York as well. I think it's New York, it might be Chicago. It's like one of these total dives, and they don't deal in cash whatsoever. It's just like they come in and you get a book with your name on it, and you pay for the book, and every time you buy something, a bit of like the credit that you've built up by paying into the book gets ripped out of the book. I thought that was genius, but I couldn't keep track of it, to be perfectly honest. Something interesting as well, there's going to be another 100 billion in fresh stimulus to support the UK economy. Where are they getting this money from? I think it's going to be all the pensioners' pensions when they destroy the triple lot. And it also says at least 130,000 people more than expected have died during the pandemic globally. Which is a bit of a tragedy as well. Any other news articles, gentlemen? Because I'm going to ask everybody in the audience tonight. Okay, hit me with the news article, Barry. Hit me.
Suspended Hollywood movies are set to return to work.
Oh, amazing.
Witcher Series 2 will not have a timeline jump.
Okay, that's probably quite a good thing.
They've set the stage. They've set the stage. They're gonna run it, and everybody will be on the same timeline, which will be very interesting. Canada loses out to Ireland and Norway in Security Council vote.
Wow! What for? What was the vote for?
Canada has lost its latest bid in a seat on the United Nations Security Council, despite an expensive star-studded campaign. Apparently, Canada spent round about 1.37 million.
What, just to say, hey, look at us, we want to be on the Security Council?
Yeah.
Wow.
And Ireland spent 800,000. And also employed U2, so by my calculations, they should have been disqualified on the fucking spot.
Oh, absolutely. That's something they should never have had.
Rayshard Brooks shooting. The policeman is up on a murder charge.
Wow. Unbelievable.
I believe if I there's so many of these cases, it's actually hard to keep track. But he was a black man sleeping off his alcohol in a parked car.
Yes, I heard about this. That's insane, isn't it?
Trevor Noah from the Daily Show did a really good skit on this, saying the key word here is drunk. He was obviously drunk. People do dumb stuff when they are drunk.
Yep.
He said, you as the sober man, as the policeman, he said, you've got one job. You were called to the car for one reason: A, for his concern, for his safety, and for the safety of everybody else. He wasn't driving. He was fast asleep in the back seat.
And they shot him?
No, they brought him out, did a sobriety test for some strange reason, because he's not, I don't know why, he wasn't driving. And he then ran from the police, where they shot him in the back.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't get it.
Yeah, he's... there's a slew of charges getting hurled around on this one, but yeah, the guy's fucked.
That's outrageous.
And it's like, as Trevor Noah pointed out, he said, if you're called for his safety, is he in danger? No. Is he a danger to himself? Well, possibly. Take his keys.
Absolutely. No, it's I don't get this half the time.
Apparently the guy lived round the corner, so just give the guy a lift. Or he had a relative round the corner, says, give the guy a lift. If you're there for his safety, make sure he's safe. Take him home.
Yeah, it's not
That's what
exactly
UK
safe
cop would have
shooting
done.
somebody in the back, to be perfectly honest. It's fucking
Yeah,
outrageous.
UK cops would either of just put him in the van, let him sleep it off down the station, or they'd have said, right, you live around the corner, we'll make sure you get home. Have you got your keys? Right, fine, and let him do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing the guy was guilty of was being black, and essentially, because if you tell me a white guy would have been shot like that.
I watched this great video on YouTube this afternoon that was it was a black guy that was being almost like a facilitator of love between police and protesters, and it was basically going on saying, look, these guys are just wearing a uniform. There's a lot of them that when they take the uniform off feel exactly the same way as you guys do. There's a few of them that are basically not right, but then when I turn around and I look at you guys, I see the majority of the people there being pissed off about the way things are, and then a minority here to cause trouble. And he is talking and addressing the crowd, and he's talking and he's addressing the police, and he's facilitating an incredible amount of like climbing down from the potential sort of hot place this hot spot was going to be. It was quite impressive, I have to say.
I saw a guy try that and got tear gassed.
That's outrageous. Some of this, I mean, at the start of all this, it was ridiculous. There was somebody on Instagram that had a picture, basically saying, if you have a problem with us taking down statues, you are either a racist or a pigeon. And I thought, wow, I actually thought that was a bit ignorant, because my feelings about taking down the statues. I think that it's wrong. Okay, I understand why and I accept why. That's fine, but I think that the Wikipedia approach of editing what they actually stand for is probably a better option, because I feel that,
to be honest, I'd much rather evaluate why the fuck have we got a statue of this person in the first place.
Because back in the time, that's what they did. That's what these crazy people slavery and institutional racism was accepted as a part of life. We've evolved. Most of us have evolved into far more enlightened people. And my opinion of it all is, why have they got them up in the first place? Because it was a fine thing to do then. They didn't think of the slaves' backs, and they were a commodity. It was like fucking Coca-Cola cans, How many cans of Coke do you have? I've got 10 billion. How many slaves do you have? I've got 1,000. They're all picking cotton in the fields, and I've lost 5 because they ran away. Oh God, how can you survive? It's bullshit. It's outrageous. Okay, it's not acceptable behaviour in a modern society when we're enlightened to the point of valuing humanity. But back then, they didn't value humanity in the same ways we did today. And to have the statues back up then, that's why they did it. It was a different time. It was a different world. We burned books before, and we look back at the burning of books as being ridiculous. I mean, I think that there's books that that are pretty bad, but they should be there to basically explain why we don't behave like that anymore. I mean, I'm not talking about like pornographic books or things like that, or deeply concerning books about monsters of molesting children and things like that. I'm not talking about things like that. I'm talking about like Hitler's book Mein Kampf. Okay, I don't agree with any of the politics, but it's an insight to the man's brain of who he was and why he did the things that he did, and we learn from that and accept not to behave that way. I think that enlightened people and people that are evolved, I mean, fair enough, we've got our fair share of cavemen in the world, all right, don't get me wrong, okay, but if we put that in the same context as the statues, let's just get a big fucking blue plaque on them, okay, and basically say, this was Cecil Rhodes. He was an utter wanker. We have moved on and learned lessons about in society not to behave like this, and we leave this statue up here so we can continue to learn and use this as an example of how not to behave in society. And I think that has a greater impact. But let's put all those statues things aside. Is taking these statues down going to fix institutional racism? Is it? Fuck. Laws and the ability to police the police and police the institutions effectively will stop institutional racism, not taking down a fucking statue. Alright? That's how I feel about it. So I was like thinking, this person has put that up on their Instagram. I don't get that. I don't know why she did it. You know? It's a wee shame.
There's another big drive in the States at the moment to try to down all the Confederate monuments.
No, I don't get that either. You know, I can understand the flags. Okay, I don't disagree with the flags, because we've got the same sort of thing at football stadiums here. Okay, with it all, and it can be, a flag can be, it's like a red flag to a bull, basically, a red rag to a bull. It can be quite infuriating, quite sort of like triggering for people, probably more than a statue. You can walk past a statue. I'm not saying that getting rid of the rebel flag's the right thing or the wrong thing. I'm just saying that it kind of worked with sectarianism over here for a bit anyway, with football matches and stuff. But what do you do? Tell me about your opinion on flags, Barry.
To be honest, I didn't really feel any way one way or the other about it. But I watched a whole bunch of other people do their vlogs and stuff on it on YouTube, and to find out what they thought, including a couple of people from the South who said, no, we shouldn't be celebrating these flags. He says, and they, you know, said, my ancestors fought for the South. And he said, effectively, they fought against the United States.
Yep.
He said, why are we celebrating people who tried to scrap the United States? We shouldn't. They felt they shouldn't be celebrated. He says, and if you're going to celebrate those guys, he says, what's the next? He says, you wouldn't put statues of ISIS up or statues of any other terrorist organization up. He says, why would you have these people up?
Yeah, no, I get that now, absolutely now. But back then, I'll go back to my previous case about it. It's what they did back then. You know, it's like, I completely disagree with what Margaret Thatcher did in 50 years' time, when we discovered that she was responsible for the deaths of thousands of people due to the ridiculous cuts that she made throughout society. Are we going to take down the statue of her? No.
I hated Margaret Thatcher, but I'm very impressed of how she dealt with the embassy siege.
Oh yeah, don't get me started on that. I agree with that. She just.
Did you hear what her command on it was?
Kill the fuckers.
No.
What was her command?
Her command was, I don't want this to remain an issue after today.
There you go. That's quite a good one. She also sent the SAS into the prison riot. Was it in Aberdeen? As well. And they said, are we allowed to take guns? And they said, no, you're not allowed to take guns. It's a prison riot. So they set them in with sticks, and they quelled the riot very quickly. It went in through the roof. I think it was Aberdeen. It was somewhere up north anyway, a prison. Anyway, that's by the by. Jason, what's your opinion on flags and statues in this present climate? Are you still there? Oh, there they are.
Flags and statues.
In the racist world that we're living in just now, should we be pulling down statues and taking them out of the general population and the rebel flag in America as well? It's a contentious sort of topic, but what do you feel about it?
It's an interesting subject, that, because the thing is statues are just statues. But the thing is they represent people who have done what they've done for their country. When I heard that
we're talking about statues of racist people and slavers, though, particular.
Right.
Okay, we're talking about in the past, like Cecil Rhodes, other people who are, and we're not talking about like statues of William Wallace or anything doing positive things for the country. We're talking about particularly about removing statues from society that represent institutional racism. How do you feel about that?
As I say, statues are just statues. You know, they can't speak. They're just put there to remember what that person's done for that country at that time. You know, flags, on the other hand, what are flags? They're nothing. They're just. The one thing I can't understand is if you look at the Union Jack for the UK, it covers all the parts of the United Kingdom. You've got the St Andrew's flag in it, you've got the Welsh flag in it, you've got the Irish flag in it, and you've got the British, you've got the English flag, and it's like all in one. And I still can't believe that people are burning flags. I just can't believe it. You know, because the thing is, it's like when Iran had these processions in the States, and they were burning the United States flag. That is a criminal offence by far, because it's a class as terrorism. But why? It's only 52 stars and a couple of licks of red and white. You know, it's nothing special.
I think burning of a flag is a quite a contentious sort of statement, an aggressive statement, and it's when it's done by extreme people in the Middle East, it represents something a little bit more than just something like that. It is a crime, but they have a right to express themselves the same way as we have a right to express ourselves. It's the flag waving part of it, though. Again, does the flags of the South, the southern states in America, the rebel states, they're wanting to sort of like stop using these flags because they can bring up the overt feelings of institutional racism again, which is crazy. But that's by the by.
Two things I want to mention, since we're talking about various things. One thing I did find out, which was quite interesting, is that was it? Oh God, what was it? Beck. Oh God, I was talking to one of my American friends about it. I can't remember what it is. It'll come back to me. It's not important.
Okay.
It was just a bit of gossip I picked up from one of my American friends this afternoon. But on a good note, Ed Mizzou's opening up next week.
Is it?
At long last. Yeah, it's opening up Monday.
Wow.
9 o'clock.
That's good.
Nicola Sturgeon so-called had talks with Ed Mizzou, Blair Drummond in Stirlingshire. That's what I was going to say. When you said the SAS went into the prison for the riots in Scotland, it wasn't Aberdeen. I'm sure it was Shorts.
It was
Shorts in Lanarkshire.
I don't know. I can't remember for the love of me.
Because what happened was they actually went in disguised as police. Because the reason I know that is because one of my friend's dads was a security guard at Shorts, and I remember him telling me that the SAS went in one day disguised as cops. They weren't allowed to use firearms just in case any inmates or prisoners grabbed the firearms. So they went in with sticks and shields, dressed up as riot police, and
beat the shit out of them. It was Peterhead. I just found out it was Peterhead. I just looked it up. Wherever Peterhead is, I think that's near Aberdeen or in the Highlands, somewhere up that way.
It is. It's just outside. It's just outside Aberdeen.
Right.
It's just outside.
Did you know?
Also, the same. Sorry, Barry.
Also, it's a weird one that somebody pointed out to me today. Said, you know how Captain America's got the US flag as his uniform?
Yeah.
Do you know that's actually illegal?
Yes.
Really?
Plagiarism.
The flag should never be carried flat or horizontally, but always held aloft and free. The flag should never be used as wearing apparel, bedding, or drapery.
That's crazy.
That's what I was going to say. Right. You know this. Basically, these movements have basically appealed and basically Gone with the Wind has been taken away from TV. Little Britain's been taken away from Netflix. Various things which would lead to racism have been taken away. I was talking to my American friends today, and I said to her, I said, has anything been taken off Netflix or anything been taken off the shelves in the past few days? And she goes, what do you mean? And I said, well, with the BLM. And she goes, don't think so. I said, well, I have to say, there is one film which came out in the late 60s, which is full of racism from start to finish.
Mm.
And she goes, which one was that? And I went, Blazing Saddles by Mel Brooks. It's not been touched. It still sells. It's still on Netflix. It's in my
Wow.
DVD collection. And the thing is it's full of racism from start to finish. But the thing is I'd be quite surprised if it does come down.
Mhm.
And I've got I've got 2 copies of it in my collection, one on Blu-ray and one on normal DVD. But the thing is it's not been touched.
It'd be
And it's one of the biggest racist films out there from start to finish. And unless you've seen it, you won't know what I'm on about. But it's full of racial slander from start to finish.
There is
And
a
I'm
lot
actually
of
surprised.
picking and sort of like little nitpicking
Yeah.
things of what's right and what's wrong. But I think what we'll do is we'll draw a close to the racist thing. I want to finish up tonight with a couple of ripples out into the world if we all agree in the
Well,
audience. What were you going to say, Barry?
One last very small thing.
Uh-huh.
John Bolton,
John Bolton. Okay.
ex-national security advisor, who's releasing a book, and Trump's administration are shitting themselves and trying to get a subpoena to get it stopped.
Oh, wow.
Was that
In the
Race Around
book,
White House?
in the book, Bolton has said that Trump actually asked for help from China to win the election.
What? That is shocking. Shocking. Right, listen.
So, watch that space.
Yeah, that would be an interesting book to read. Are we
It would
up
be.
for some ripples tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Are we wanting to do some fun ripples around the world? I think so.
And people must do a shot of something every time you get a knockback.
They must. Are we going to make it a drinking game?
I think it should be a drinking game, to be brutally honest.
A drinking game where basically, if I get knocked back, then you've got to take a shot of something. That's insane, right?
Always-
I can't.
Always drink responsibly, people.
Right, hold on. I've got this set up already, so there we go. I've typed
Maybe not
in-
tonight, but in future ones.
and we'll make a thing of it. We'll make it the Sunday night thing, so you can start the week with a hangover. Right, okay, for those that have never ever hang on. I've not got the right what's it called set up. Soundboard set up. For those that have not seen Ripples before, it's where we go into the world of YouTube. We do a wee search on things like small YouTubers and happy and positivity, and then we set the filters to live. And once we've set them to live, let me just make sure we've got that up. Yes, there we go. Perfect, we've got the right one up now. When we set the filters to live, we go in and we try and find somebody who has got just a few little people watching them, and we send them some positive vibes, and we hope that they respond back. Oh, look at this person. Shall we do? I'm going to have to also find the chat window. Maybe open a different one for you guys. Let me just bring this down here. Okay. I like to look at what you guys are saying when we do the ripples as well. So give me a second just to set up the chat window, because I need to move my phone over to be able to go like this. Come on, wake up. Why is it not playing? Yeah, there we go. It's playing. So when we get somebody actually chatting or speaking to us, we give them a little bit like that. Right, so let's go in and see if this person is in. I have already even done my oh man, oh dear God, I'm shitting myself already. Why is this not coming up? Right, okay, let's just see. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Hold on, let's bring our sound up. Let's hear her voice.
Say return. Say RT.
Oh, I don't know whether it's my connection or the connection at their end, but this was happening last night as well. We weren't getting a good. No, we're not going to sit on this.
EN.
We're not going to sit on this one. All right. That is not an excuse for a shot. That is not a fail. Silent stream. Why does anybody do a silent stream? That's ridiculous. Okay. Here we go. Small YouTubers support. Let's see if we can get this one on. I like sending love out. Sending love out is fun. When it friggin' connects, that's the thing. Let's just make sure that we're not. No, the CPU is sitting at 97%. We should be managing this even at 100. It should be sailing through it, but it's not. It's not wanting to play. No connection there. Okay, this is not good. Let's go to happy. Let's type in happy and see what we get from that, and then change the filter to live. We're bound to have somebody. Oh, here we go. Meet new friends. Come and join in with a happy Saturday. It's like Thursday. Oh, here we go. We've got a nice advert. Come on. We don't want the advert. 2, 1. Where's? God damn it! I don't care about Turkey. Are we going to have? There we go. Skip ad. You're going to have to teach me to switch the ads off, Barry. I've got no idea how to do that. Oh, here we go. There we go.
Ad blocker is your friend.
Okay, let's just go in. And we will do Control V. Greetings. Have I spelled out from Scotland? Sending you much love. Alright, okay. Here we go. Don't tell me she's just friggin'. No, hang on.
Dan na kay Super Easy full pack, pabalik na lang po. Salamat. Ayan. Tulog na ako, host. Ayan, matulog na daw si Andrin. Ayaw niyang manalo. Sige na.
Oh,
press 1 na. Press 1. Laro na tayo. English to. Madali lang.
Read.
Guys,
Greetings.
madali lang to guys. Ang ating sponsors, Emilyn. Okay.
Are you reading it?
mojaxhappy. Greetings
Oh,
from
yeah!
Scotland. Sending you mojaxhappy. Welcome to my live stream.
You're welcome.
Thank you so
You're
much
on my
for
live stream, girly
thumbs
girl.
up to our host. Bigyan kita ng jacket. I give you jacket.
I have no idea what she's saying.
Okay.
No idea at all.
Wow.
But we love it.
Mega shout out to
Do
you.
we love it?
Why do these weirdos keep coming out in my stream?
Yeah, thank you so much for visiting my live stream.
Yeah, okay.
Just enjoy.
We will do.
Thank
Thank you. You have made my night just by getting just one person to doing it, which is awesome. Right, okay, we're going to scroll down. What's this? Happy 3rd Friday of June. Okay, this person is on the beach by the looks of things. Will they pick up the positive vibes that we're
natin ang matitira sa inyo yung present na lang
oh crap crappity crap
po kasi
give me the window, damn it. Give me the chat window. What is she wearing on her head?
para hindi po tayo papaluin ni Lolo. So pag natapos yung LS natin, ang natitira is yung isa ninyong bahay na lang para hindi kayo papaluin ni Lolo.
Come on. Here we go. Are we ready?
Glenn Gualberto, sige po host, Sunday duty ako pero libre ako dahil walang office yun. Kaya magbababad ako sa LS mo host. Thanks. Thank you Sir Glenn Gualberto. Talagang love talaga kita. Kasi andyan po kayo palagi sa akin.
What are you wearing?
GI Studio, Glenn Gualberto, Dan po ako sa iyo, kaibigan. Ay, hindi ka pa po nabalikan. Hindi mo pa nabalikan si Sir Glenn Gualberto nung Sunday GI Studio. Ay, kasi pahabol ka lang po nung Sunday, diba, GI Studio.
I don't know. I don't care.
So yun, si Mount Apo Vlog nagbaba uli ng kanyang bahay, guys. And also Glenn Gualberto. Hello. Mega shoutout mojaxhappy. Greetings from Scotland. Sending to you much love. Hello, welcome from Scotland. Ang ating mojaxhappy. Welcome to you. Good morning. Good morning and mega shoutout to you from Scotland. Mojaxhappy. Yun guys. Don't forget sa thumbs up ni boys ni host guys.
Yes, we are happy to be here. I love
also,
your headpiece.
ano,
Your headpiece
pupunta sa mga bahay
is,
nyo,
it
sino
looks,
po yung
it
hindi
looks like
hindi
something a baby
nyo
would wear,
pakadikit si
you know,
host,
on the
puntahan
head.
lang
I
ninyo
can't
at
see
mamaya
if
babalikan
if
kayo
it's
ni
got like
host.
horns on the top or
And
something.
Michael
You know?
Fabilar also here.
I don't know.
Guys, don't forget si Michael Fabilar and si Mary
Right,
Fabilar.
we'll go and find somebody else. We like this. This is great. When people turn around and do this, happy Friday, everybody. Here we go. Somebody else. It seems to be a lot of Filipinos or sort of Asian people that do this. You know, I'm all for it. You know, it's all good fun, but I don't see many. The Western people that we see doing this seem to be totally not engaging, as much as other folk do. Hold on.
I got check her.
Yeah, you need to check.
Is she watching your live?
This.
Oh, yes. She's watching my live a while ago. I don't know if she's still here, Prakash, but you can check it in the Google. You just type Ivana Alawi. She's very pretty. Prakash.
She's very creepy.
Really. That's why I'm very happy.
No, I'm happy.
Ferd Spama. Ayan, iwan lang ng baka sigurado ang balik. Ayan.
Right, come on.
Mega shout out to you, Evangelista.
You better give me a better shout out than that.
Hello, Sisi. Salamat sa iyong pagtamsak.
Come on.
Sisi, Evangelista, sayang di mo naabutan si Ivana Alawi. Andito siya kanina. Ayan.
Come on, read it.
Ano ko? Kailangan ko ng tubig.
Before it disappears, read it.
Naloka ako eh. Hello to you, mojaxhappy. Greetings from Scotland. Sending you much love. Hello, how are you, mojaxhappy? Ayan, I will give you jacket so that you can drop your link.
Oh, do you want me to drop my link
in?
Oh, for fuck's sake, have I got to do this dropping my link shit
Prakash Kati. Okay, salamat sa lahat naman. Ayan, thank you. Napakagaling talaga ni Prakash magtagalog, ang aking katrabaho. Ayan, napakagaling magtagalog. Naturuan. Sobrang galing niya.
Right, okay.
Ayan. Ay, sayang naman, Sisi. Ayan, sabi ni Evangelista Siblings. Shuchay Sapna, don't forget to connect. Ayan, Evangelista Siblings, pabalik.
Is that her name? Gagging means something completely different in Scotland. You know, let's have a look.
Means something different in Wales as well.
Sharing the love. It is equilibrium. I love it. It's good fun. Okay, this is Celine Gaggin though. I'm gonna follow her. I'm gonna come back and annoy the shit out of her. You better just keep your clothes on, girl. It's not that type of live stream. Okay, we're gonna subscribe to her and we're gonna come back and annoy the crap out of her. Like I've done with a few other people on it. What the hell is that she drinking there? A big ass bottle of water. Right, let's go and find somebody else. She wants me to put my links up. I'm not prepared to copy and paste my links yet. Let's go and find. We need to find a guy. The guys are really difficult to speak to. Oh. Okay. Let's see if we can get this geezer here to spread some love. I'm going to change the message. I'm going to have to give them an instruction to do. I think that we have to think of something not silly for them to do, but sort of like say, maybe tell them that they're on my live stream. We're going out and we're sending ripples out to everybody else. You are live on my live stream. Blow us a kiss. Mwah. You know, that sort of style. Maybe something like that. I think that might be a fun thing, or something. It has to be positive. It can't be anything negative. It can't be anything that's going to make them feel, you know, that we're taking advantage of them and things like. Let's hear.
Hindi ko naman siya liligawan. May asawa na ako.
Okay, good for you.
We marry at Glory Seraphine change.
Madonna Mayor.
We had
Come on, read it.
But we have to support all the people here, so at least we have more friends here. Mojax, happy.
Heart. You know.
Oh, smile.
But also Mojax, happy. Thank you so much, my brother. You have jacket. Also, you can enjoying here. You can drop your link. Also, we have so many friends here.
Right, we'll do this,
Our friend also.
Okay, I'm just gonna bring up my my jacket there.
Mojax,
Oh, look,
See, Happy
I know.
is a
right,
friend. He's
right
a
on
new
the
here.
stream there. Look at that.
We have to support him. We have to give him love also.
Yeah, give me love,
Okay,
brother.
Bo.
Not that sort of
Okay,
love.
we
We're
can
just
back.
Man love.
joking,
I'm not into
joking.
man love, right?
Horse, can I ask you again?
Right, quickly, let us
What
stick back
what
across.
joke
We need to wait for
sino
that to boot
na
up. I'm
Filipino?
gonna stick my
In
link
the
on there.
ano ba
Yeah.
yun?
Greetings from
Anong joke
Scotland,
ang alam mo sa
sending you much
Filipino?
love. Isn't that sweet?
Joke. What do you mean about joke? You
There.
want me to tell you something joke?
Yes.
Something.
Really nice.
Okay,
It's
Bo.
not
I will
Anong
tell you.
joke ang alam mo?
Actually, I could just do
Research?
radioapocalypse.live/YouTube. Let's do it. We'll just do that. Okay.
You know, knock, 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 knock.
Right. www.radioapocalypse.live/YouTube.
Actually,
I spelled that right.
I will tell you a joke. Just wait. Just wait. Stay. I will give you one joke. At least we can
It's not going to come up.
share
Right,
it
I'm going
with
to
my
go.
friends
See you
here.
later, boys and girls. Thank you for your time. Listen, ripples are always great fun to do. They really, really are. I enjoy them. We'll do one more. We'll do this Happy Thursday to this young lassie here. See if we can get. We need to think of some fun things to ask them to do. We need to get them to engage more. That guy there was great. He put me up on his thing. He felt the love, which is good. This is taking ages, this one. But no,
I've got lots of ideas, just they're not broadcastable.
Yeah, we're not going into the dark sort of corners of your brain, Barry, to ask people to do things on live streams. We'll keep that for the privacy of your own dark mind, brother. It's like,
Yeah, I've got a torch and I don't want to go in there.
yeah, and it's your own mind. That's crazy. I think I've been on this person's one before. Let's see. I think that I have. Do I? No, it's not a subscriber one. I've not done this before. Yeah, but I'm sure that I've been there before. Let me just get down to the chat windowy part, and pop this in. Boom, and boom, and I might be the first person to actually chat. Don't tell me that you're not connecting. Bah humbug. Right. Okay, that's rubbish. Right, okay, so you're not connected for that one. Yeah, let's just look for one more, and then we'll call it a night. I can't give up on this. We've had, was it 100% track record so far? Everybody apart from the ones that have not connected. We've had quite a good. Is that somebody? Oh no, I can't go in it. Oh, they've got SVS Virtual Audiophile Happy. That says audiophile, doesn't it? It doesn't say pedophile. No. Let's have a look. What's this? So happy birthday to me. Okay, it's somebody's birthday. Only one person watching. Let's say happy birthday. Happy birthday and greetings from Scotland. If this connects. Ding 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 ding. Hurry up and connect. I want to wish somebody happy birthday. Damn it. Damn it. Right. Right, it's not going. I'm not wasting any time for this at all. No. Okay. Anybody up the top worthwhile? Oh, there's a geezer there. Let's get on. Have we spoken to him? Have we? Oh no, we're going to get an advert. Are we going to get an advert? I'm ready to. Oh no. Here we go. Yes, we're getting an advert. Right, very good. Let's just get ad. I need to get ad blocker. Is that? No. Yes, it is. Skip ad. Bye. Okay, and bring that up and down a little bit more. Let's get the message ready to send. Yeah, if you guys have got any ideas what to say, the audience-wise, everybody that's in the chat just now, and you're on Discord, stick it in the Radio Apocalypse thing. Give me some positive messages to send to these people to get them to interact a little bit with us. It's not doing it. Right, I think we're going to call it a night there just now with that. But Ripples is a really good fun thing to do, and I like it. It's a very gentle way of doing it. There's other people in the world that go en masse to small YouTubers and overwhelm them. I'm not about that. I think that it's fun just to send out some positive vibes out there as a whole. to do that. But no, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's nothing's bad about it, and sometimes it can be really funny. I think the first night we did it was really funny, but I think that we should have other messages to put out and maybe try and get a bit of more interaction. I think maybe we should tell them that we maybe get this thing called Ripples and see if we can get that as a live streamer phenomenon thing going on. See if we can get people to do it back, which would be fun. Okay, right, we are kind of done for the night. Anything you want to wrap up with, gentlemen, before we go?
Bubble wrap, because that's always fun.
Bubble wrap. Enough of your dark recessed mind, Barry. Honestly, if you want to play with bubble wrap in the dark, that's entirely up to you, mate. Okay?
Why do you think my camera was off?
Oh my god. And your pop filter was on. Okay, very good, very good.
Pop, 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 pop.
Pop, 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 pop. Jason, anything you want to finish up with tonight?
No, I've already had 2 laps ready tonight.
Very good, very good. Right, we are finished. We are going to disappear. I still have not made my outro yet properly. It's not doing what I want it to do. So we will just disappear quietly into the night. Tomorrow morning I will be back. What's it, Friday tomorrow morning, and then open mic night tomorrow night for anything goes sort of chat, but not the naughty chat, gentlemen. We're not sitting talking and embarrassing Mo with naughty chat. It's not that kind of stream.
Nickers.
Yeah, to you too. But
I don't wear them.
We know that you do wear them. It's the frilly sort, Jason. All right, we know
No,
that.
it's actually the lacy ones. Frilly ones give me a chill. Lacy ones don't.
Lacy ones, crazy man. You're a crazy man, indeed. We'll be on tomorrow night. I will have a few sort of ideas of what I want to do. I might just have a quick look at some of the poems that I've done, and also I should have, fingers crossed, should have the one that I'm working in collab with somebody else finished, and we might be able to, if I get that wrapped up tomorrow, we might just do an open mic night solely around the artwork of somebody and that poem. But it's open for discussion. It's for fun things rather than news items. So if anybody wants to come on, talk about anything at all, maybe we could even talk about a favourite subject of Barry's, which is computer games as well. Incidentally, Barry, I got Alia, my daughter, to sign up to World of Warcraft for a free account for a while tonight, and she's already level 10 Night Elf Mage. Go figure. She's like turned into a monster for it. I may actually have to end up paying for her to play it. I wish I'd never done it now, which is shocking. But that's just by the by. So yeah, we're going to go. We will fade off into the night time, and yes, I'm back tomorrow 6:30. And good night, everybody. And I hope to see you in the morning. Take care.
So yeah, we're going to go.